Hi guys, it's Daphne, and today I was figuring, have you ever just thought like those houses that sometimes be coming up available for like $1? Like, why couldn't that be where I live? Like, for real, like I would pay a dollar for a house. I was thinking that. So anyway, I saw some videos, and we're gonna just react to that and see what houses can you get for a dollar. Would you live in it? Would you live in a house that all you cost was a dollar? I'm pretty sure there's some type of catch to it, because ain't nobody just giving away a house for $1. It's just not happening. So let's just go ahead and get into it and watch and see what can you get for $1, and why is it I don't see it around here? Why don't I hear about a house for a dollar? Because I'll buy it. At least I think I would. So let's just go on and get started and see
Big
what's up with that.
bedrooms, huge bathrooms, luscious gardens, and a price tag that's just too good to be true. But despite all this, some houses stay on the market for years, regardless of how cheap the owners drop their price. Whether it's a sordid, violent past, paranormal occupants, or a smell that just won't quit, there are many reasons why some houses will never sell, no matter how much of a bargain it may seem. Stick around for the top 10 houses that no one wants to buy for any price. This is one of the largest log cabins that you can find in the U.S. It is located next to 5,000 acres of forest right along the lake. The total area that this huge property covers is 26,000 square feet. It has a total of 23 bedrooms, and it comes with 4 complete apartments as outbuildings, a private marina, and a humongous bathtub. This mansion has a great history as well. It was built by the owner of General Motors and is even registered as a historic site by the National Register of Historic Places in the U.S. The Granite Loma was put up for sale at a price of $40 million, but it didn't sell. This price
The water was rushing up on that house. Like, it might be a mansion, but I was just more concerned about like that water rushing up on the side of that building. That part made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And then the price tags. I don't have 40 some odd million dollars. If I had 40 some odd million dollars, I probably still wouldn't buy it because of the water rushing up on the side. Like, I would love a house on the water, just not necessarily in the water, if that's possible.
In the state of New Jersey, this is a fairly attractive property with 6 bedrooms, 4 fireplaces, and 4 bathrooms. It was bought by a family for $1.5 million, but they never moved in. This property gets its name, the Watcher House, because whoever moves in starts to get threatening letters from mysterious people claiming to be the watchers of the house. The letters claim that this house belongs to their ancestors who were hired as caretakers of the property back in the 20s. This story got picked up by news outlets, making it go viral. The house has not been able to sell ever since, and when it...
Man, that sounds kind of like a prank. Like, I mean, like, let's just really think about that. The watchers of the house, right? And then every time somebody moves into it, like, they get these threatening letters talking about they're the watchers of the house. You telling me that nobody could figure out who was writing these letters? After all this time, nobody knows who's writing these letters to people that move in this house, threatening them to like pretty much move out and scaring them about being the watchers. For some reason, in my mind, I pictured like some kids like prank call, like kind of like prank calls, like back in the day when there was landline phones, prank call. Anyway, I think about that, and someone just like laughing and he every time somebody moves up in there. I don't know. I just don't see myself being afraid of a letter. Like, oh, we're the watchers of the house. Beware. Ooh, I don't know. It's You telling me nobody figured out who was doing that?
Was rented to someone, they started receiving the letters again, forcing them to
Who
move out.
who's sending these letters? Who's sending them?
Located in the coveted East Upper area of Manhattan, New York, this property was the prized party house of famous designer Roy Halston Frowick in the 1970s. This apartment has a very rich history and had the wildest parties and hosted the most celebrities of all time. Given the association of famed names attached to it, this townhouse was listed for sale at $38 million, but has still not been sold. The price was reduced down to $24 million and more discounts were offered, but it just doesn't seem to attract any buyers. The reason for this might have been the controversial nature of the parties that were hosted in the apartment. Maybe buyers with that kind of money didn't want their name attached to a property that was notorious for hosting drug-fueled parties that made big headlines back in the day.
I don't think I would care.
Imagine a six-bedroom house that covers almost 3,900 square feet of area and being on sale for just $10? Say what? You would think that it would have been sold right away, right? The Montclair House, which is over 100 years old, is that property. Despite being dirt cheap and having a historical significance, the property comes with its own set of complications. The land surrounding the house has been commissioned as a site for 8 more houses. The buyer of the house will have to renovate the house at their own expense and not by choice. The historic elements of the house will have to be preserved as they are because this house is registered in the Historic Preservation Commission. The house has lead paint, which is hazardous for your health, as well as asbestos. Both of these bad things are required to be removed by law. So, owing to the complications that come with the property, it's no surprise that no one has stepped forward to claim this $10.
I mean, I get it. If I have money and I felt like this would be a good investment, I probably would do it. It just seems like, I guess a lot of people just view that as like a lot of work because, you know, you have to go and look for very specific items to that time period. You have to get in professionals to get rid of the asbestos and like just dip like the lead paint and stuff, and that's going to be very costly. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that someone that sees this house is like, oh, $10. But I mean, if you think about it, it will probably, like, if you pay someone to come and do that, I wonder where this is located, because I wonder if you pay somebody to come in and do all the necessary things to repair this house, would that bring it back to market value? You know, because you're only paying $10, right? So would that like bring it up to how much all the other houses are going for in the area? What are the other prices of the houses going for in the area? That might be why nobody wants to do it, because it's going to cost way more than the house is worth, even though it's a historical house. I would think it would be worth a lot though. I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's a good question.
Mansion. This is yet another historic house that covers a total area of 7,200 square feet. The property is very well designed with a Greek theme. It has 6 bedrooms with 3 bathrooms and 5 fireplaces. A ballroom, parlor, and library add to the appeal of the property. It was put on for sale at $1 million, which is rather cheap considering the value of the real estate in the area. The price was further reduced by 50% when the house failed to attract a buyer, but it has still not been sold. The reason for that is when the house was undergoing renovations, the workers claimed that they saw ghosts, specifically a woman and a child. That's scary enough to make me want to stay away from it, unless someone plans to call the Ghostbusters. Anyone got their number?
I don't know if I'm afraid of a ghost though. Like, I feel like I've seen ghosts before in my life. I feel like I've had like some ghosts. I'll just tell them to go away. Like, yo, I don't have time for you today. Like, go somewhere. Like, come on, stop moving my stuff. I just don't think that would be enough to like move out. I just think, I don't know. It depends on the ghost. You know, if you a chill ghost, you know, you cool, I might even humor you. I might stick out some like, what's your favorite snack? I'll go to the store and get it. You know, what's your room? Okay, as long as I get the master room, you can have a room to yourself. And I say, hey, that's Leonard's room. Okay, everybody goes, who's Leonard? You know, it's the ghost that lives here. Don't mess with Leonard. Okay, he's cool. Just don't mess with him. I think we could get along. I think we can get along. But I don't think I think I still buy it. If I like it. But I didn't like the house, so I wouldn't buy it.
This is another historic property. It was originally built by Henry William Stegall in 1749. It has been renovated to make it a viable living option with all the modern amenities. It has a total area of 7,800 square feet, complete with 7 bedrooms, a carriage barn as a reminder of its history, and a guest house. It's huge! So it came as quite a surprise when this property, which could easily be worth a few million, was listed for just $825,000. The reason for this is a haunted history. It is claimed that the ghost of the original owner haunts this property. Some people have also claimed to have heard a woman crying in the bedroom. Even at such an attractive price point, it is just too scary to attract any buyers.
I don't know. I might need to be busting some ghosts or something, because I don't know. I might still do it.
This beautiful mansion that was styled after Queen Anne was constructed in 1889. It is located on a hilltop, has 11 bedrooms with 7 bathrooms, and it covers an area of 5,800 square feet. It also provides a stunning view of the bay. This property was renovated and transformed into a hotel in its history as well. If it's such an attractive property, then you might be wondering what's it doing on our list. Well, it has a haunted history as well, which has prevented it from finding any suitable buyers. Reports of the mansion's long-gone owners roaming around in the mansion have detracted any potential buyers.
I don't have no friends. I just look at them as new friends.
This mansion is a serious work of art. It is a 6,700 square foot house that is styled in the Victorian theme with a total of 10 bedrooms and woodwork that dates clear back to 1875. The price for such an impressive property should easily be a couple of $1 million, but it was listed at a bargain basement price of $329,000, and yet still hasn't been sold. Can you maybe guess the reason why? Yep, you guessed it. The place is haunted. There is a good reason that it is considered to be one of the most haunted houses in the whole United States.
Look, you messed up when you said deaths. Okay, like, I can handle like some ghosts like moving around and you know, I can handle that. But deaths, no. Like no, I can handle the ghost part. But if the ghosts were the people in the house when they died, that's what I'm wondering. Cause like 7, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people to die in one house. How many owners were there? Because now I'm starting to wonder, is everybody that come and live in this house, do they die? I want to know. Like, before I even just say, like, and look, there's cracks on the ceilings. I just don't even, I found so many reasons why I don't like this house now. And mainly is because people die. Like, that's not cute. I don't like that. Like, I can deal with friendly ghosts like Casper. Casper. You know, I can't think of too many friendly ghosts. Yeah, I can't think of too many. But if Casper's here, maybe. But you said deaths. Nope. I don't mind.
Which have made it notoriously famous for being haunted.
But you ain't gonna kill me.
No one wants to share their house with unwanted guests of the ghost kind. This has not found a buyer. Hey, it's really starting to get creepy around here now. This is the perfect house if you're looking for a Georgian-style
that looks like a plantation.
Amenities that you can expect from a quality modern home, such as an office, swimming pool, library, music room, and a greenhouse. Oh, you know where we're going with this one. This house was owned by a Dr. James Priestley back in the 1950s, and it seems like he still lives there and doesn't want to let go of his property. There have been several reports of strange activity inside the house, things moving on their own, and creepy sightings of a figure that looks a lot like a woman sitting on the porch. Despite being the
Before we go
perfect
to the
house,
next one,
it has
that
not
house
had
looked like
any
a
offers
plantation.
from buyers
It
due
really
to these
did.
reasons.
There is a place, I'm in Texas, so there's a place called Old City Park. And that literally looks like one of the buildings at Old City Park. And the stuff inside looks like the stuff you would see at Old City Park. It just looks very old, and it looks like it was a plantation where slaves used to dwell. It's like, it looks like that kind of scene. It's just like, no. It also does look like an old hospital back in like that time period.
Huge mansion is spread over a staggering 21,000 square feet. It has 12 bedrooms and a 400-foot-long private beach. It also has a very rich history, having been the home to nobles and royals such as the Duke of Windsor. It was restored after being abandoned for almost 50 years and then was put on the market for a cool $18 million. But this price has dropped by half over a period of 10 years, but it has still not been sold. The reason is, you guessed it, ghosts.
Question.
This dream mansion
If
also appears to be
I'm
haunted,
just
as
curious,
reports of sightings of ghosts
with some
walking
houses, like
the
if you just
hallways of
don't
the
tell
house.
them that they're like ghosts and they move into it, are there still ghosts? Like, do they still experience things? Now, I don't know, cause like, and couldn't you just bless the house or something? I'm just thinking, like, it sounds like there's a bunch of houses around the world that are just not being sold because some ghosts live there. Man, like, get some sage and evict them sons of guns. Like, seriously, like, sage you away. Poof, be gone. You know? Like, all these wonderful houses. See, but they're not for $1, so they're not talking to me. So, oh well. If they were saying $1, maybe they could sell the house, but that's not what they're talking about. So maybe it's just a price tag that's like, oh, it's too expensive for ghosts, you know. I can't do all that. I don't know. Ghosts.
Not found any buyers to date because of this.
Yep, I would.
That's all we got for
I
now,
would.
folks. But before we go, we want to know, would you dare move into some of these scary haunted houses? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video,
So,
give it a like.
that concludes
just for you.
this video. But would y'all live in any of these houses? Are y'all afraid of ghosts? Like, for real, just be honest. Are you afraid of some ghosts? Like, I'm not afraid of spirits. I'm not afraid of ghosts. Now, if they're like evil spirits, killing ghosts type of thing, causes like random heart attacks on a healthy person, you know, all of a sudden the ghost push you down the stairs, you die in your sleep, you know, all that kind of stuff, yeah, that's a wrap. But just like, I don't know, Casper like ghosts, I ain't afraid of them. I can handle it. I could be in there and we like, oh yeah, I saw Henry in the hallway last night. Oh, you tell him what's up for me, you know, that kind of thing. But like, would y'all consider living in a house with ghosts? Like, could you do that? Or is it just like the idea of it, or the actual like, oh no, I felt that, like they in there with me, too much to handle? I'm just really curious, because I think depending on the circumstances, I could do it. I could live in there with some ghosts. I thank you so much for tuning into this episode. And until next time, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.